Hey guys, I'm doing a series about who God is. In my last video, I talked about why it makes sense to believe that God exists. In this video, I'm talking about how God is a person. In other words, he has the characteristics of personhood. I think you can start to see that in the very beginning of the Bible. Genesis 1, verse 1 reads, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." So right from the start, we read that God creates. That's important because things don't create. Inanimate objects don't create. People create. Check out verse 2. It reads, "The earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the surface of the deep. And the Spirit of God was moving over the surface of the waters." All right, so here we see that the Spirit of God was moving over the surface of the waters. And that just suggests movement. People move. All right, verse 3 reads, "Then God said, 'Let there be light,' and there was light." This demonstrates another attribute of personhood, namely that God speaks. Verse 4, "God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness." All right, a couple things here. First, God sees that the light was good, so God sees, but he also separates light from the darkness. To me, that means God thinks, and he reasons. He has cognitive abilities. So God sees, and God thinks. Finally, verse 5 reads, "God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and there was evening, and there was morning, one day." What that tells me is that God exercises authority. By calling the light day and by calling the darkness night, God essentially names them. God demonstrates his ownership over creation. So, right from the beginning, the Bible reveals that God is a person. Now, he's not just any person, he's divine. He existed before there was a universe, thus he was there at the beginning. But he is a person who creates and moves and speaks and sees and thinks and exercises authority. So, who is God? He is a divine person. Now, what about God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit? Let's talk about that next time.